Left or right makes no difference, but the goal before that, maybe a little bit of poor defending, but the skill level, the speed, the work rate of that man, and then to stick it up in the roof of the net under that pressure in an Ireland final is one of the greatest goals I've ever seen in a final.
But Cork will not give up, and Tom Kenny just hooked there by Pat Donnellan and put him off completely, and Donnellan was punching the air as well he might. Well, he offers poise and controls leadership for this Clare team. He's Davy Fitz out there in the park, really, in a way, in so many ways, fired up. Now, can he lead his team over the remaining 7.5 minutes to collect the cup? Cork will have their own answer to that. Will they offer a positive response? They've been terrific up to now. They've kept on coming back. That time it's Lorcan McLaughlin down injured.
And they have, Gerard, that's the huge thing about this Cork team. The last day they had no right to be in the game. They stayed plugging away, and today they looked 8 points down to come back and draw it with 10 minutes to go, and they're 4 points in it, but they're not going to go away. They're going to fight to the end. And what a credit both teams are, and both trainers, to send out their team, Jimmy Barry and David Fitzgerald, with this philosophy. This is the way hurling should be played. What a game.
Anthony Nash knocking it in. Harnett is in there. They're all in there, but it's going to come back out. Final shot was by Lihan. Eventually the referee saw the foul in there on the Clare defender, and it's going to be a free out. Donald O'Donovan dusting himself down, walking away from a Davy Fitzgerald, looking at the subs bench and thinking of another change. He's already used up 3 of his possible 5 subs. Cork have used up 4 of theirs. Clare by 4 points here at Croke Park in front of 82,000 people. As you can see, 7 minutes remain, and a little under.
And Jerry, you mentioned Donald O'Donovan that I had mentioned earlier. He hadn't maybe seen much of him. That may be the crucial ball in this game. A 50-50 ball in, isolated, Stephen White inside with Donald O'Donovan. He catches and he runs out to the halfway line with the ball and brings it away, and shortly after then Clare add on the goal and a point that maybe will win them this All-Ireland.
Park Kelly's free. Kenny's under it for Cork, breaks it down towards himself, collects it, but immediately dispossessed here. John Connell in there, but taking it away there for Cork is Chris Joyce. Back as far as Conor O'Sullivan. That backline of Cork's been under immense pressure for so much of this game. The Clare defenders had their moments when it was quite uneasy for them. Cork kept on pressing forward, and again Clare come and they look for chances, and Nicky O'Connell now, who had a hand in the pass that came to Donald O'Donovan for the point that levelled the match back 3 weeks ago. But right now it's Clare ahead by 4 as they were at half time. Pat O'Connor up as far as Shane O'Donnell, got 1 point in the second half to below the 3-1 he got in the first 35 minutes, leading the Cork defence a merry dance and putting it over. It's a dream day for him. Last year it was Walter Welsh, you might remember, and Shane O'Donnell today having a day he will never forget. 3 goals and 3 points.
Yeah, and you'd have to say, on very limited possession in the second half, and I think the point he got in the second half was so crucial. I mentioned it in the commentary, they hadn't scored for so long and he stopped the rot, but what a fantastic game he's had on one of the great defenders from Cork, on Shane O'Neill. 3-3 in an Ireland final. It's a day that he'll never forget, and God help him for the rest of his life at 19. The pressure that's going to be on him every time he goes out from now on to replicate this.
And that is going to be his final contribution, because Dara Conan's coming on to replace him. But just listen to the reception he is getting as he comes off. It was an inspired choice by manager Davy Fitzgerald to give this young man, this talented young hurler, his big break today on the day of the final, and how he has responded. Anthony Nash with the puck out. Cork down by 5. Is there any possible way back with only 4 minutes to go of the 70? They collect it in the air through the marvellous Seamus Harnedy. Off he goes, flying through the air, shooting, but stopped on the line by Pat Kelly. He remained ice cool, and the referee's blown his whistle, and he's giving a free in. Did you see a foul as he was going through that time?
Well, no, I don't know. Brilliant catch, as you said, by Harnedy. I was watching what a run through the middle and went for the goal, and the goalkeeper ice cool. We'll have to see it again, but I just on that substitution, Ger, I don't know how he could take off Shane O'Donnell. Scored 3-3, full run, the young lad. Just watch here, yeah, little, pulled his togs, definitely a free, and it's inside the 21. Look where he's given the free, back out here. The foul was actually inside the 21. It should be a 21-yard free, and it's obviously, by the time it rises, it'll be about the 21, but that's beside the point. It should be a 21-yard free.
Well, this has to go in, and the pressure is on Anthony Nash and on JBM once again. He's done marvellously well, Jimmy Barry, to get his team to the final. Nobody expected it in early summer.
12 players on the line again. Like, who's going to go for it? There's too many players there.
Well, they've decided
out a couple now.
to bring a couple out, just in case the ball comes back out to one of the incoming forwards.
I don't know why they don't put a couple of people nearer the ball. You only have to be 14 yards away. It's 25 or 6 yards out.
They've just put Cathal Naughton, Cork, right in front of the backs.
Clare should have a couple of backs. Clare should have 3 or 4 backs there.
There you see Cork with backs now right on the edge of the small rectangle. So if it comes bouncing out, God knows what's going to happen. But Nashville hit it a rocket once again. They need this. He's misdirected it really, and it's gone wide. Harnedy with the last touch. It just didn't come up properly for him.
Well, Jared, technically it's difficult to do, to rise the ball that far ahead and keep control, but that didn't come up at all from. Still went in there and just, it's Harnedy again. And
stays at 4:15 to 2:16.
Anything could happen next year. We've seen so much over the 2 games, but you'd have to think at this stage that Clare should be able to hang on in there.
Well, can they? That is the question. It's very much their advantage, and 2 minutes to go. Surely it has to be. 9 minutes since Cork last scored. That was one they needed there a moment ago, but it wasn't easy. That's spooned back by Conor O'Sullivan, and this time he's done it once too many times and played it out over his own end line and given away a 65. I think it's the first in the match, and it takes the pressure off Clare. It puts the pressure back on Cork. Time is their enemy, and the Clare fans are ready to celebrate their heroes, and they hope they will be doing so inside the next 3-4 minutes.
Gerard, look, what an All-Ireland final. We thought after the last day we couldn't see anything like it again, but this has surpassed the last day. For brilliant hurling. Cork have played so well as well. Nobody can point a finger at any Cork player today and say they didn't hurl. Every one of them hurled their hearts out. And
marvellous skills, but great character as well, you know that?
Great resilience, great character, everything you love to see in the game.
Colin Ryan to strike and to put this one over the bar. He's got 7 points in this final. 6 of them have come from frees. He's put 6 points between the teams. It's Clare's title surely this time. Anthony Nash, 2 minutes of added time are going to be played, I'm told. So about 2 3/4 minutes to go before the final whistle, and Tony Kelly nips in here. Naughton's after him. Kelly bounces it again. He's did it in the final 3 weeks ago. Pat Delaney fashion from all those years ago. Here comes Naughton, who tracked back. Cork just living on scraps in the last few minutes, but very, very well from their point of view to get level midway through the second half. But then that Conor McGrath goal in particular, after 62 minutes, that was the one that set Clare up here. They're still going, Cork, still looking for it, and they've got it! Stephen Moylan. Well, it's his 3rd championship goal. He's put 3 between them, and there's still going to be about the best part of 2 minutes to go.
Absolutely brilliant goal, Joe. What a catch, Pat Cronin, and a finish. The goalie hardly moved. A brilliant finish by Stephen Moylan.
Well, they're probably wondering, are we going to lose this? They're still ahead by 3. It's an amazing match.
I said it a couple of minutes ago, anything can happen, and it's not over yet.
Who's going to win the next ball? The next score is important now. Up it goes there towards John Conlon. Couldn't get to it. There was a foul. McLaughlin ready to take the free. Referee wants it taken again. There's another sub just in there by Clare, and that is Shane Amori. He becomes their 5th and final one. All eyes now, however, on the free taker. It's got to be Nash who's got to drop it in. As you can see, the first minute has practically elapsed here, so another 60 seconds to go. But then again, I think we said that the last time as well, didn't we? Here comes Nash. Huge one. Landing about 13 metres out. Collected by Harnedy, looking for space. Fumbled. The Clare defenders get around him. Out he comes to the substitute, Shane Amori. This is his only contribution. He's only on a few seconds, and he gets the ball away far enough. 40 seconds to go. Down to the man who was left out, Dara Conan. They're ahead by 3, Clare. Looking to try and put it over the bar. Very tight angle. He might get a chance here. He does. He walks it all the way in. Dara Conan. That is amazing. 5:16 to 3:16.
Well, you couldn't make this up during your wildest dreams. And Derek Conan showed great composure there. he really had no, you know, he was right not to go for a shot, because he would have given a free puck out if he sent it wide, and he carried it in and ended up in the back of the net.
It's all over. It's all over.